After the 1992 Randy Weaver thing, and then the Waco in April of 93, militias started forming to fight the tyranny that was going on in the United States. And these people really risked their lives, their professions, everything to get the word out. And I made thousands and thousands of copies of these VCR tapes, given to people at work, left them in public restrooms, gas station bathrooms, laundromats, sending the people in the mail. If I found their address someplace, I just sent this stuff. It's so that you get the knowledge out there. You can't fight something unless you know what you're fighting. It's out there. Now, some of the people that got to watch the stuff, they took it home, and then when their wives saw it, they said, "Oh, that scares me." So that kind of put the husband in a bad position. He couldn't watch the stuff because she was afraid. And he's the head of the household, and he should know what's going on, but then it kind of cut him short. So this guy, I think his name is Mark Cunahy or something like that. He was from Michigan. They called him Mark from Michigan at the time. He put this out. This was one of the first ones that came out. We'll unzoom it just a little bit. Black helicopters and foreign troops have been reported in various parts of the United States by patriots, large daily papers, and even TV. Why are they here? This question and other vital interests of Americans are answered by a former U.S. and Army intelligence and counterintelligence analyst in his information-packed 2-hour video. Now, some of the ladies out there even made copies of this and sent it to their politicians. That didn't work out very good. They don't want to know what the heck's going on. So here's highlights. Confiscation laws and loss of property. Attempts to outlaw all private ownership of firearms. Traceable currency and the forced imposition of the mark of the beast is mentioned in the Bible. UN and FinCEN, FEMA, and MJTF, that's Multi Jurisdictional Task Force. Police. Door-to-door searches, arrest of private citizens, detention facilities, transfer of our military base into foreign powers, practical suggestions of what can be done and how to prepare. Are the foreign troops here to test the Americans' will to resist the takeover by the New World Order? Ruby Creek, Idaho, Waco, Texas may have been such test. How we score now and in the future may well be up to you. So anyway, that's kind of what was going on. Now I'll tell you a wake-up call, people. Give me a second. There's a lady over in Pennsylvania. Her name is Peg Luskick. She is she was a teacher over there in Pennsylvania, and she put this out about who controls the children. That was a wake-up call. And here you got the guiding hand. Now I'm going to tell you something about the guiding hand. This was Bill Clinton's governor's school down in Arkansas. What they did, they got all these so-called smart kids in there. They said, well, you're like, there was like 5,000 applications. And we've weeded them out, and we got you 1,000 kids left, and you are the elite of the elite. See, already the communists were starting to brainwash these kids, thinking that they, were better than everybody else. Kind of like Mrs. Clinton, huh? But anyway, so this thing goes on and on and on. Now, they'll deny this is even going on. If you call it up on your internet, they'll say, well, this never happened. So anyway, one of the guys that was a teacher there at one time, he left there and he went someplace else, and he was away for a while, and he came back. And he was in the teacher's lounge. And one of these guys came in, and he says, it worked, it worked. And all the other teachers says, what worked? He says, ever since I walked into the room with a Bible under my hand, not one of those kids dared challenge me in anything I said. You see the brainwashing going on there, people? Okay, now, let's see. There's a New World seminar. It's 1, 2, and 3. 4 is around here someplace. But anyway, and this was a TV thing. It was called America. It's when the Russians invaded the United States. They went to Congress and they machine gunned everybody down. I think it had Chris Christopherson in it. Now here you go. You got Janet Butch Reno. Remember that? Even Jim Traffickett tried to tell everybody what was going on down there. Nobody listened. They don't want to hear that. America, it's not too late yet. And it's not now. It's not too late. No ID found. That actually came from California. There's Carl Miller on the Constitution and your Bill of Rights. That was a 3-part thing. Let's see. Brotherhood of the Bell. That had Glenn Ford. He starred in this, and this is about the secret societies. And he said that was one of the best movies he ever made. Okay, there's a secret society, a secret brotherhood, secret and suppressed home videos of the Waco Branch Davidians. There's American Peril Part 3. Here's America in Crisis. And that was put out by Congresswoman Helen Cheswick. I think she's from Idaho. Here's the Oklahoma City bombing. Militia of Montana presents enemies, foreign and domestic. Here's Call to Arms from Mark from Michigan. Word Emergency Powers. The Emerging New World Army, the John Birch Society. Here's Death and Taxes. Here you go, you got a World War II. Arkansas Governor Bill Clinton conspired to cover up the torture and execution of Gordon Kahl. That's what's going on in America. And if you don't wake up, it's going to continue and continue and continue. You've got to know what's going on. You've got to know who your enemy is, or you can't fight him. I mean, there's so much cover-up going on, people. You've got to know this. Now, like I said, a lot of people have this knowledge in their head because they got to see the videos. I wish I had the money to get one of those contraptions that takes the VCR tapes and turns them into DVDs, because most people don't have their VCRs working anymore. But this is what's going on in America. It has been going on, and unless you wake up to the fact that it is going on, how are you going to do anything? You've got to know. This is nothing new. It's been going. We didn't wake up to it until the 90s. We should have stopped it sooner, but nobody listened to the John Birch Society when they were trying to inform everybody. Well, you don't know what you're talking about. Things are still good. Well, guess what, people? It's not. It's not. You end up with stuff like the Branch Davidians getting murdered out there, burned alive, things like that. You better wake up. Like I said, if I ever get the chance to get one of those machines, I might do this again. But that guiding hand, that Arkansas Governor's School down there, they brainwashed those kids, and nobody seemed to understand what was going on. They told those kids, when you go home, when you leave the school and you go home, your parents won't understand you. Do you understand? That's what's going on in America. All right, people. About the only thing I can say is if you can find any of this stuff and watch it, good luck. But I said, I can't do it. I got, at the end of the month, I got $5.33 left, and I can't afford no gizmo to take this stuff and make it into something else. You guys keep your eyes open for this stuff. Get a VCR, watch it, and good luck.